He is not going there because he wants to do it because someone did it, or he's not going there because he wants to compete with some people, just as in the industry has been looking sometimes. Someone does something, everybody feels like, oh, this one did it, me too, I want to do some. This one has done it, oh, then me too, I can do it. No, Joe Mettle is telling the world that he wants to do it because it was a direction that he got from prayers and all. Yes, if you are not religious, if you are not a Christian, you might not even understand what he's talking about. But in
the matter chop hot. Assembly diloto. Hey, aye.
I said in my previous video about this particular concert, this is definitely going to go down in history as one of the big things that has happened to our industry, that is the Ghana music industry, especially all glory going to the gospel fraternity and also Joe Mettle as a musician. Today on the podcast with me, Roland Amartey, live on Roland Reports, I am going to tell you how Sammy Flex, who happens to be the manager of Shatawale and also a broadcaster, has showered praises on Joe Mettle over the success of his stadium concert. That is the praise worship, the Holy Ghost encounter, or the praise reloaded Holy Ghost encounter that took place on the 30th of June 2024 at the Accra Sports Stadium. You know, now it is almost becoming a culture as some of our top musicians have now set targets as the Accra Sports Stadium just to fill or to do their exploit. But according to Joe Mettle, even before he made some of this, he decided to make some of this particular move. It was a direction from God and not even part of the competition of becoming one of the people to have filled the Accra Sports Stadium or to have done a show at the Accra Sports Stadium. And to Sammy Flex, he has his own reservations about that particular statement and even the success of it. He said this in an editorial on his platform, that is Sammy Flex TV, of which I would want to play to you and also to hear what you also have to say about this particular move. But then, this is the podcast. You're welcome. Let me say thank you to you wherever you're doing the watching from, and also remind you that this particular show is sponsored by Ghana's #1 ride-hailing app, Shazzy. Go on your Google Play Store, your App Store, as a driver, sign up for free, pay just 20 Ghana cedis, and you are entitled to 12 hours. It can last for about a whole week. Whatever you earn, whatever you get is for you. You definitely pay no commission to anybody. Just enjoy yourself and earn money to yourself. And also as a rider, sign up for free and just order your ride, place your ride wherever you're going to. You stand a chance of enjoying very affordable prices. So yes, like I said earlier on, the praise reloaded also happened, and it is Joe Mettle Ministries, that is gospel musician Joe Mettle, of which he had at that top musicians all supporting him at the Accra Sports Stadium, or during from late afternoon, that is the event starting at 3 p.m. to evening, all praising and worshiping God. He had top musicians both in Ghana and from abroad all coming in to help him with that particular concert. But then Sammy Flex has showered praises on Joe Mettle on the fact that, Charlie, when you look at the kind of hurdle that man would have to go through in order to pull off a show at the Accra Sports Stadium, for somebody like him or for somebody like us, we've been in that particular conversation before. So when it comes to somebody actually doing a show at the Accra Sports Stadium or at a venue like the Accra Sports Stadium, I think the person needs some form of commendation and the person needs some form of congratulatory messages, because it is not easy. Aside the fact that people are going to come, aside the fact that it is going to attract numbers, the whole organization process in terms of investment, in terms of organization, personnel, people you would need to make it a success is a whole job on its own, of which if you don't have the heart, forget, you might not even be prepared to do it. Let's go take a quick listen to what Sammy Flex said about Joe Mettle and his concert. When we come back, you can equally share your views in the comment section. Let me hear from you. Let me know what you think about that. But until then, don't forget to stay safe, because until then, hold on. Let's listen to Sammy Flex and you can equally share your views. I'll be right back.
it's a concert I intend to go. I was telling Roland the other day that I would want to go there, not only to go see how numbers will be coming up there, but to go see how they will do their things. And a story that I read online where he said he is not going to do the Accra Sports Stadium because he wants to own or he wants to be part of the bragging rights of those who have filled the Accra Sports Stadium, made me happy. He is not going there because he wants to do it because someone did it. Or he's not going there because he wants to compete with some people, just as in the industry has been looking sometimes. Someone does something, everybody feels like, oh, this one did it, me too, I want to do some. This one has done it, oh, then me too, I can do it. No. Joe Mettle is telling the world that he wants to do it because it was a direction that he got from prayers and all. Yes, if you are not religious, if you are not a Christian, you might not even understand what he's talking about. But indeed, that is what he also believes in, and that's what he wants to do. I'll be sharing the story with you as we go along. But then, I want us to always know that doing some of these shows, they don't come cheap, especially at a place like the Accra Sports Stadium. They don't come cheap. Renting the venue is a problem. Renting the venue alone is a big deal. That is not all. Getting logistics that will befit the event or the occasion that you are about to do is another hell of a deal, because you are going to satisfy people 360. Even if you don't want to do 360, you are still going to satisfy people at a certain space, and during that time you have to make sure that your logistics can satisfy all these people adequately. Your sound, light, stage, and everything that you can think of in making the show beautiful, you have to make sure it is adequate so that from every angle that someone will be standing, the person will be able to catch a glimpse, beautiful glimpses of what will be happening there. And even security on top of it all. Security. It is something that you cannot joke with, because this is going to be a gathering of about 40,000 people or less. And if you don't have ample security to take care of these people, once again, there is that threat that you need to take care of. And I want to believe Joe Mettle and his team, they are aware, they are ready, and all of us will be there to witness that beautiful occasion.
And indeed, it was a very beautiful occasion. That is, if you were there, you can actually see the excitement on people's faces, the whole joy of the fact that they are being part of history that was happening at the Accra Sports Stadium. The whole organization, from setup to attendance to sound to coordination to logistics, everything to me was on point. In fact, when you look at the stage setup, let me say big ups to people who provided them with logistics and production, like the Silicon House production. I think they did very, very well, especially when it comes to the streaming and other stuff, of which I would also want to commend them on, because mostly it is only the headliner that we heap some of these praises on, but the people who also contributes bits and pieces. Of course, everybody is working and everybody is being paid though. But then, if the person is able to play his role or her role very well and right, it also contributes in making the show a success. Just like the same way, if somebody or the person had messed up, it would definitely have affected the show. So just like we would want to commend Joe Mettle for putting up or bringing the dream of doing this particular show, let's look at the benefits that it also brings. The number of volunteers that came, the experiences they are going to have, vendors in terms of economic benefits, people that are going to sell, people that were employed. And definitely none of these guys would go home empty-handed. Definitely some of them or all of them will have a role to play one way or the other. And this is what we are talking about when we say the creative art industry have the tendency of even reducing unemployment rate in this particular country. But then we just hope and pray that our leaders will see some of these things and invest. But then we know they are doing very well with the year of return and beyond the return stuff. But then Oliver Twist will definitely has asked for more. This and many more is what I treated today on the podcast, of which I would definitely want to hear from you. know what you think about it. This is what we discussed. Sammy Flex heaping praise on Joe Mettle even before the show started. And of course, the show was a beautiful success as far as the pictures, testimonies, videos, excitement on people's faces are concerned. My name is Roland Amartey. Thanks for spending time with me. Don't forget to share your views, recommend this channel to others so we can definitely expand the family. Until then, don't forget to stay safe because I'll meet you in the next episode. Peace. I'm out of here.
The matter chop hot. Assembly Diloto. Hey! Aye! Hey!